welcome back to Memory Sports TV. This is the repêchage round 5, and we have a match between Naser and I have to mute the sound from them. Naser and Enrico. And let's take the look here on the repêchage bracket where we are. We are in round 5, and in the repêchage bracket, Enrico and Naser, one of them will advance to round 6 and play Alex or Matteo in the next round. And then the winner of that one will play Don, who lost yesterday against Vishwa. So we have a couple of matches coming up. At this point, if you want to become world champion and if you are in the repêchage bracket, you need to win 5 matches straightforward. Not for Vishwa. Vishwa has to win 1 match to become world champion again. The others here need 5 more, and Don needs 3 more actually to go for the championship. So Vishwa, of course, with the biggest chances here. Just 1 more match and he will retain his title. And yeah, let's check the... It's a 1 out of 2 matches. That's too much advantage. It's a big thing. But on the other hand, you deserved it by winning the winner's bracket. So it's definitely nothing which you just get by chance, but it's something you work for and you deserve that. So that's fine in my opinion. And that's a surprise event we are going to see here. So in this surprise event, you will be shown photos of 6 poker players. Each player has an international name and 5 cards. For example, this. You must memorize each player's name and cards. The cards has to be in order. So like these cards in the right order. During recall, you just see the photo in a different order, of course. And you scale 1 point for each correct name, so this name, and 1 point for each correct card. So you get a maximum of 6 points for each set here, for each photo. Name plus 5 cards. The order is important. So in real poker, the order wouldn't matter, but in Memory Sports poker, that matters. So the order is from left to right or right to left or whatever you prefer. And yeah, that's a surprise event. They have been introduced about that and had 2 minutes to think a bit about it. But yeah, I think it's generally straightforward, like put it maybe on a location, and then I would do 1 location for the name and 2nd location for the cards, something like that. But yeah, actually I feel it's really straightforward, and I think you have to trust yourself here. That's what I feel sometimes happens, that even memory athletes don't trust themselves too much when it comes to surprise events. So because everyone here has the skill to do that. And of course, international names, not super easy, but 5 is definitely possible for everyone. And I think that's definitely doable in 1 minute for all of them, if you trust yourself, because 30 cards in total is not even 52 cards. 30 cards in total is also not even a full deck. So yeah, and if you want to make it super safe and super clean and everything, then you might even be slower than just going for it. That's what I actually learned at some point. Don't overthink things here. And had it hard for Enrico because of the 2-card system, you mean? I mean, still, I mean, it's just, let's say you have 2 cards, you have 2 images for 4 cards, and then the last cards is just 1 card, right? You just go, you have 5 times or 6 times 1 card left. It's also possible to memorize it without any technique, maybe, or you just connect it with a blank behind it, like you say, this is 4 of diamonds plus a blank one, for example, like, or you make it up like the last card is a blank card, like, or a made up card like Ace of Hearts. Anything can be anything. So you would always have an image to memorize. If you don't feel comfortable just going with a 4, you always memorized 4 of diamonds, ace of hearts. And in the next example, you would memorize 5 of clubs, ace of hearts, and so on. So you would always have that memorized, and you know that the second card is not existing. So it's really, yeah, and as I just said, don't overthink it. But yeah, I just did a lot of overthinking by myself here, I guess. Anyway, let's see how they both approach that and how quick they are. If there is anyone going quicker than the other, or both maybe even go for a 60-second attempt here. Let's see. We are waiting for this surprise event to get started. And I say again, welcome everyone to the World Championship. We are in week number 3, 4, 3, 4, something. And yeah, that's the final phase of the championship, but still 1.5 weeks left. Vishwa was a big break now of 1.5 week waiting for his opponent. I have a feeling that the 6 poker players is top 6 players of the tournament. Maybe. I mean, I feel that these 6 players are really the top 6 right now. Of course, there could be at one point have been someone else could replace the top 6 here. It would be also top 6 players, but yeah, it's a really deserved place here for everyone. And here we go. The surprise event is going to start, and we'll take a look on our contestants. Oh no, I didn't start the cam yet, so we have to wait for 5 more minutes, but that's fine to see the people. Okay, forgot about that. Okay, then go for this one here, and let's see how that goes. And how they play. Get a bit bigger here. So that's how it looks like for them. It looks a bit to me like that Enrico already struggling a bit here. Naser maybe as well. I don't know. It's what I mean. That's what I mean. This is not like trusting your system here, or it doesn't look like this. They're really going kind of slow and back and forth. Let's see. Maybe they prove me completely wrong. But it's like sometimes you try to carry it over the finish line somehow. So 60 seconds for both. Like, oh, I don't want to forget anything. In other disciplines, in other events like images, cards, numbers, which they are used to, it's more like they trust their system, they trust their approach. And here it's like, oh, new approach, I have to be careful. And yeah, there's already kind of problem here for Enrico. We don't see the real cards, do we? No, we don't. So we just see that's it's green. If it's green, it's right. Okay, Nazar starts with the names first. 6 names, 6 points. 5 out of 6 for Enrico. Now filling cards. Also interesting. They go for names first or cards first. Okay, Enrico also shuffling a bit around. One thing is also you see all 52 cards on the bottom here, but you don't need all 52. That makes maybe finding gaps in the end or filling gaps in the end a bit more difficult. Enrico, you have a strong lead now. 36 is a maximum here. Another no mistakes so far. And 5 players left. Now let's see, both with 60 seconds. And there's always a chance for a tie here in the first game with 60 seconds. if Naser can recall everything, it's of course his chance here to beat Enrico on the score. If Enrico is not figuring that guy out here, he might figure out all the cards. Yeah, that looks good. But now the problem is a bit, I think, that he might have a hard time figuring out these two, because there are the other cards which would usually help him. I know he's okay. It's just theory. Okay, nicely done from Enrico. Okay, he's playing around with those two. Yeah, maybe that's the problem now, because the other two cards, which I wanted to say earlier, he usually would need the other two cards, or these two cards, in a different spot. But this time he doesn't need these two cards and the correct cards as well. So it's like a coin flip for him. He doesn't know he maybe just doesn't know which cards are correct. These or the other two. It's a random choice, because he just memorized the value of the cards and not the suit. And that's of course unfortunate then. But Naser is running out of time here. 50 seconds only, and a misplaced card. 25. 40 seconds. Can he solve that problem? No, still no video feed. Have to wait for that. 30 seconds. 27. He needs 3. 6. Running out of time now. Looking good for Enrico now. 28. 29. Still a chance to draw that? No. Tough finish here, and Enrico takes that surprise event. Kind of. Yeah, that was tough. And Enrico was saying in the chat, not nice using shadow. First choice mine. Yeah, I think so. Yes. So yeah, Enrico with a win in the surprise event. That will. It's a great start for him. Naser could have done it. I think if he would have taken, or would have had a bit more time, that he might have gotten it, but he didn't. So yeah. Anyway, so here we are, and Enrico's video feed is here. He's still his laptop cam here, right? I mean, for Vishwa, for example, his laptop cam looks better. Yeah. After the tournament, we have to, for sure, re-evaluate that, how to proceed, because as I said yesterday, the front cams from the front when you're sitting to the window or to the wall are not easy to put in a good position. For Naser here, that's a pretty nice view. He has pretty nice. I mean, also his moving camera here, it's like really cool. It's very, as Simon Orton was saying before the match, it's very unusual to see Naser in a chair. But that's really a nice setup. So that's what I have to admit here. It's really a great view on Naser from all angles. So if he gets some wins today, then I'm pretty sure we will have a nice view on that. Okay, national names to come. This is the cam number 3. Okay, let's see. Okay, choice came from Enrico, but the time is better for Naser. Vishwa, yeah, I also not. Actually, I didn't plan for it. I was a bit torn, and then I didn't plan for it because I have some. I would have had some outdoor appointment, which was hard to shift, but then the snow came in, and now I'm a bit, no, not stuck because it's getting better, but going out with wheelchair is really not, is really kind of annoying. So I decided to do it differently, swap things around, and then I thought, okay, how can I stream at least? Snow is was helping me here today. And of course, there is still always this, like, I really want to have these matches on stream somehow. Um, but I was close to canceling that for myself. But then the snow come in, and that's faith, right? Isn't it? Yeah, that's fate. I was thinking about uh, I was thinking about next January, next year, going to Australia and be there for the winter, just doing Memory League stuff, being up all night long, and um, streaming from Australia. That was just a thought. Um, Enrico, you're perfect. So I don't have any snow then. But I'm not sure if Sydney would be the best place to be because it's quite warm there, I think. But maybe Simon can give me some recommendations. Maybe go there for 2 months or something. Just stay there and Memory League training, hanging up out at the beach or whatever. So let's see. Vishwa, sorry, Nazar is watching. Vishwa is watching Nazar and Enrico. Yeah, that would be really awesome. It's just a sword, but it's also not that cheap, right? You need, let's see, let's see. But at some point, I always, since years, I have that somehow like at one winter in my lifetime, I'd like to go to Australia and stay for 2 or 3 months and rent a nice apartment and stay there. Let's see. Maybe at some point you just have to do things like that and not think about that too much. Okay, Nazar here, 28 only. The finalist from last year. And Enrico gets his 30 and he might win that. Yeah, it looks like this, that Enrico gets that point as well. Giving Nazar a hard time coming back. For sure. 2-0 then. But yeah, it's still start of a match, so everything's possible. Enrico patiently waiting here, but that will be the point for and that will be the point for Enrico because Nather is not figuring out his 28s, waiting for the result to come. He sees it and yeah, not happy. One name in the wrong place, yeah. 2-0. And bear with me, but I will go for this cam today quite often. I just love this view, to be honest. And with his moving camera, it's perfect for TV. Everyone needs that. Soon it's then mandatory. Just kidding. Okay, next game. What shall it be? It is words. It is words. So let's see how them, yeah, for Matteo, for Enrico, to ask him after the match for a different front cam. If he survives this round, I think that's better because it's close. It's actually the thing what we wanted to avoid here. Yeah. So words it is. Third choice. Or first choice for Naser. Yeah, I mean, Vishal, your front cam, to my understanding, is pretty much covering everything what we wanted. A good view on the competitor, a view to the back, not just the forehead, part of the room. So that yeah, I think we'll need to talk about that as well after the tournament, how we want to handle this. But no. Naser here, a bit quicker, might be the important half second of half second. You know, the funny thing about Video Ninja is because Visual is sometimes using, or for the front cam, the Video Ninja, because you don't have any pop-ups there. I think you have never been disturbed by that, have you? That's the question I wanted to ask anyway. So I think because Zoom sometimes, if you have a loss, if you lose your internet connection, then if it drops out, that it comes back, but Zoom is showing a pop-up, it's very annoying. And Video Ninja is so much more smooth. And it's even possible, somehow I couldn't manage that yet, but it's even possible to get in touch with the player because you can unmute the player and can talk to the player. Not like on Zoom, people have to come back, but this should be possible. Also, even if it wasn't for a pop-up, my Memory League score page isn't loading, so it shows wrong scores for me. Yeah, that's tough. Sometimes you really have a bad connection here. But Nazar here, by the way, and a good run. But yeah, this with Video Ninja, the other cool thing is that if you would, if you would if I, or let's phrase it like that, if you, I have there is a link to your video feed, and if I want to, I could share all these video feeds on a website or any place like on memorysports.tv, which I haven't worked on for a while. So people could watch or be their own director. They could check in for Vishwa. They could check in for Enrico, for Nazar during the match. They could by themselves check the video feed of every competitor without me being the Nazar here. Well done. Well done. 50 words. And that would be so cool because then it's like you want to see all the time. You want to watch Don, and you could just go on Don's page and you can watch him all the time without being on Zoom or anything. You just check it out on a website. That's possible with Video Ninja. That's really cool. And it would be fun. You can be your own director and watch whatever you want to watch. Yeah, and it's the reason why I'm still not doing it is because it's a bit too Nasa, a nice attempt, 50 words. That was great. Enrico struggling here a bit. The reason why, because I think we have to do everyone on all the video feeds on Video Ninja. And this is not just some on Zoom and some on Video Ninja, because that's too disturbing. We tried that in the mini slam and that didn't work out well enough. So one device, but then everyone would have to change. And then also the broadcast or the talking between supervisors and competitors have to work out. So you have to have different roles for the people. It's not super straightforward if you want to do a more complex meeting. And yeah, I think I'll go for matches in the future in the next season for single matches first and try that there, because then it's easier to figure it out with 2 people than with 6 or 8, or even for World Championship. I don't want to disturb people with settings and so on. So that's maybe a good approach for the future here. Okay, Enrico again crawling into his cam here. And we are on images. Enrico's choice. And he's quicker here. Sub 10 seconds? No! Ah, it's nice. It's nice. Ooh, 10 seconds straight. Easy set this is. This is, okay. Yeah, Vishwa, you're right. He was going back in the beginning, right? And then went forward. Okay, let's recall, guys. Let's recall. Can Naser go again for another round and fulfill his dream, coming back to the final here this year? It's tougher than last year because the people are getting stronger and stronger. That's for sure. So many, as I said, so many people can beat each other. Yeah, but the best job still, and that's clear to me, was done by Vishwa so far. So you are obviously, because you just have to 1 out of 2 matches, the top favorite for the tournament. You have been before, and now you confirmed that also with your wins. No set loss yet, right? So that was really impressive. So top of the game right now. And the others, including Alex, need some fighting or need to fight here. My personal thought or my personal thinking here is Enrico did it right. Wow, nice. Who goes to the final? Guys, what do you think? Who goes to the final? Who is coming next year? I think that we have, so who we have left? We have Matteo left, we have Alex left, we have Enrico, Nazar, and Don left. It's so hard to say. I lost 7 points this tournament. So far, the record for winning with less loss is Alex with 19 points. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's a big show from your side here. Very dominating here. It's really hard to tell who's going to the final. I think, okay, I give a guess here. It's not that I'm favoring someone, but I think that Matteo might get that final spot. I know it's quite a wild guess, maybe, but that's just what I think might happen. Because I feel that he after the match, after the first set with Enrico, where he was really struggling, he somehow switched gears, and then it feels so different then. Cards from Naser. Will he stop first? No. Or will he? Yep, he will. He will. 18-8. Nice timing. Yeah, that's a good time. It's not too quick for him. It's a reasonable time. Yeah, that would be my guess. But on the other hand, you never rule out Alex. I know that he still has, or in the last matches, he was always a bit off here and there. It was not, he's not on his best performance. But if Alex survives until the somehow survives until the final, then I would say it's like 70-30 for Vishwa still. But if Alex gets back in shape and would get back on this track here, then I think he has reasonable chances, even against Vishwa. But I would still think Vishwa would win the World Championship, even though that would be a very interesting match, of course. Every match would be interesting, to be honest, in the final. And I'm wondering if Alex can back into his shape here. I don't think he will necessarily think he will win the final, Vishwa, because you're very strong. But if Alex gets back, he is also getting back to his shape, and he is very strong when it comes down to pressure and to comebacks. That's for sure. He has shown that a couple of times against Andrea. Yeah, but I don't know. It's hard. It's so hard to say. It's so hard to say. All five. And also Don, who has beaten already in this tournament Alex and Nazar. He didn't have the best day yesterday, but it's also possible that he's just coming back. So much speculation. But in the meantime, we are watching Nazar here, having a good attempt here on cards. He might get the 3-2 here. Yeah, for Alex, I think it also depends a bit on his what's going on in his. I mean, it's for everyone, but especially for being a doctor, having two kids, and it's a very challenging. I'd say many different things he has to do, responsibilities. Anyway, Alex here. Sorry, Nazar here. This is a nice run on the cards here. Okay, he's playing a bit around here, but that's just for the show. That's what I think. But it's let's see. Enrico already watching. Look at him. He's like, rooting for his opponent not to get it. Ah, Naser. Can he swap that back or will he click finish? That will be super annoying. No! No way. He changed it. He changed it. That's not what you wanted. No way. That is, and he's angry about himself. Of course he is. Ah, that's a wasted point. Yeah, sorry, Matteo. It's not for the show. Yeah, right. I really felt like this, but it's not. Oh man. Enrico, great chances now. Set point. Set point for Enrico. And it's cards again. That's interesting. That's interesting. Now, Naser was faster, and now he's Enrico putting pressure on Naser, going for another cards attempt. Let's take a closer look here. So who stops the clock earlier? It looks like, hard to say. Enrico, quicker. No, Naser, no. Yeah, Naser. What is he doing? He's going back and forth on the last cards. He's struggling on the last cards here. Wow, that was, and look at this. It's really like, now he's reviewing and tough one. Enrico's choice to go for 22 seconds and to challenge your opponent again on cards here, but kind of a masterpiece. 22 seconds isn't too fast, is it? And he will get that. So, wow, tough time for Naser here in the first set. This card swap, he needs to get that for the second set if it's over now. And to me, I think it's over now in the first set. He will need to get to improve here in the second set. Or I need to get that also of his head, and then let's see. He has the first choice, so. Matteo, do you know what's Enrico's PB? Yeah! But I don't tell you. Okay, it's interesting that he shifts these cards. He thinks there has to be something between. Does he has the black cards or the red cards as a stop sign? So as change your location here for the shadow 2 block system. Oh. Matteo, we know that it's less than 20 seconds because top 5 is already lower than that. Oh, there is a mistake. I can't remember. Yeah, I think that's annoying for him and a chance for Naser to stay in the set. Look at him. He is clicking finish and he's not happy at all. So Naser here, alive in the first set. I was also ruling it out already. I was like, yeah, it's over, but it's not. With a save time here, he messed it somehow up in the memorization. He gets a little gift here, a little present from his opponent. Lucky one. But sometimes you need some luck to stay in the match. 4-2. Let's see what they're saying in the chat here. Enrico is so bad. Yeah, this is really a weird mix. So these two cards have to go here. And I think is that he has red cards to stop the location. So these 4 cards here, 6 of clubs, 5 of clubs, Jack of hearts, 2 of clubs are in one location and this is in another one. And somehow you mix that up. Or this is all in one location and he mixed the order? No. No, that's not possible. He has red cards to stop the location. Wanted to focus, but last location were too hard. I slew down too so annoying. Okay. Naser. This is slow down. Besides that, no, my choice. Well, to your levels, yes. Yeah, slowing down. Okay, Naser's choice is... what is Naser's choice? Let's see what he's going for. Yeah, he has left. What is he left? Images, numbers, names. Images, images, numbers. Numbers attempt. Check the top 5 for both in the last year. So another 10 seconds. That would be a world record. Actually, first 4 would be world record if you do it in a competition. And Enrico 13 to 14. But yeah, 10 seconds is brutally quick. Brutally quick. I'm not sure if that's something you would say, but yeah. That's interesting. I was let's see first before I tell that. Let's see who's going quicker here. Looks like again like a very close thing here. Naser probably a bit quicker. Yeah, he is. 14 seconds. Now his chance. Try to grab his chances here to stay in the set here. This cards game might chase Matteo here in his dreams. Yeah, I was experimenting a bit with going for 10 seconds just for myself, just to see how that goes. It didn't work out at all yet. Hopefully, let's see. Using a metronome, that was actually what I was doing, but yeah. Sorry. And when I say not at all, it's like 25 digits, so not even 60 to 65. Okay, Naser, can he get that one? I mean, it's nicely in his range here. And for Enrico, after this 4-1, it's so annoying now for him. Look at him, he is also looks angry. He looks angry. And Naser stays in the set. And now Enrico has words or numbers left. Naser's super strong on numbers and words, so... But let's wait for it. And then we see images or names if Enrico's not taking the next one. Ah, Naser still here. Big smile. Big smile. Set one was over almost, and now it's back. Numbers or words only. These choices are not the favorable ones for Enrico to choose, but this is how it is always in the situation here when you have when you approach the end of a set. It's always just a few events left, and you have to go with one of your worst events. It's tough choice, isn't it? Maybe numbers again and hope for a mistake if he doesn't feel well on words. Let's see. Here we go. A numbers event is common. Roulette 10%. You have to roulette at least 10 memo coins. It's also a way to say you're poor. Okay, numbers again, and Naser quicker again. Again, same time almost. 14-8. So if he solves that as well, we are drawn here. Wow, what a turn of events here. I hope that Enrico is not thinking anymore about this cards event, which brought him into this situation. And now he's just maybe getting things done here. All right, Vishwa, we were quite good here at in the roulette game. Great lucky. And now you're broke. That's hard. Yeah. Konstantin, who is in the lead in the memo coins, I mean, he didn't do that by doubling. He's doing that by, I don't know, hacking the game. I don't know. Naser on the chair now. We were discussing about scores for Naser on chair and on floor. He was saying that himself that the floor cards, his card best is on the floor. Best in cards. And again, numbers looking very promising for him. Okay. Okay. Typo? Or something to think about. It looks like something to think about. Oh. Okay. Let's see. He's checking. Enrico can't believe in what situation he is now here. 4-1. Set point. Just a couple of cards in 22 seconds, and then this guy here will jump up now. I'm sure about that one. If he keeps it, I think he'll. Two minutes. They play quite quick. And we'll see set points for both. Because there's no tiebreak, and here we go. One round around the chair. And Enrico here, stoic. Naser saying he's nothing to lose here. And Naser is choosing international names. He has to choose images or international names. And if you take a look on that, Enrico here, top 5 international names, 27 to 25. Naser, 26 to 24. So right, like an average one name below. Oh man, that will be the deciding game of the set international. Matteo. With a guess, 26 to 22 for Enrico. Nice comeback so far here for Naser. Let's see. Let's see who takes the first set. Can Enrico get that? Or will Naser get that? What I really like about both here is they play super fast today. We have just 1 hour. Not even, because we started late. Like 10 minutes later or something. And we have 8 games played. 8. They really stop quite early very often. So they don't use the whole 4 minutes. Sometimes a set like this takes 1.5 hours. So Matteo likes the hailing. So deep focus now here. Enrico. Last set point now. He needs to convert that. Otherwise, it will be tough. There were no scores recorded in the first 24 hours. Drop top. I doubt that, but I don't know. Maybe that's broken. Okay, international names up here, and we'll watch that game here. Last game of the set. Yeah, I know. Maybe the dropping game is broken. I have to check afterwards. Or maybe it's top drop and not drop top. I don't know. So, international names. Who is going to get that one? Hayden, Hercules, Leon, Rantu, Sveinung, Julie, Krish, KV, Agostina, Alva, Gismunda, Kadesha, Ironic, Nabila, Nilvu. Okay, he's going back. So, 60 seconds. No. Chance for a tiebreak. Still. Yeah, I do the same like you did now. You mean like reading it out loud for yourself? I retire my bet. Can't you retire your bets? I'm sorry, you can double or nothing. 23 for Enrico. Okay. So you really see a draw. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a draw and we see a tiebreak. That would be the absolute highlight of the set here. Oh man, that is exciting. Let's see. They're both really going here for a draw. It's 12, 13, 12. That's really close. Last game of the set, I was saying, but maybe it's not. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Enrico extending his lead here a bit. 18, 16, 18, 19, 17. Wow. What are they doing to us here? Set 1 is such a nail biter here already. Now Enrico closing into the 23, which was guessed by Matteo. Okay, going down, going up, going up, going down. Two minutes. Okay, come on. If it's the 23, in the end, I really need to get in touch with Matteo again. He might see the future. It's definitely possible. '22. Ah, come on. What is it? Nothing coming here from Matteo Enrico. Naser down. Again, one name. Set point. Enrico with the chance. But Naser still not dead here. 40 seconds. But now it's getting tough. '21. Okay, now it looks good for Enrico, but two names can be in there quite quick. But now Naser not typing anything anymore. And this set is going to Enrico here. He is winning set number 1. But that was a close call. That was a super close call. 23-21. Tough one here. And wow, that was exciting. That was really exciting to see here. Naser checking. And I think they're on a break. Let's go. So words on stream or stream pairs? What do you prefer? Words on stream or stream pairs? 5-4. Set number 1. Close one to Enrico, yeah? Just get it in the last second. Yeah, let's go with the one who was quickest. And go with some stream pairs. Okay, check that on the side just to not forget or not miss the first game. Okay. So I think everyone is now used to stream pairs a bit, so I hope we can get something cool out of it.
فصيح قمر كاميرا قانون فاسد لكن تخطيئة من تجريد من طرف
Yeah, nice. Was a good one. Finally, we are a Memory Sports community here. Level 4. Flex.
مطر مساعد يعد مركبة آلية تسلم يزغ راتب يترك الراتب لاهوتي تزلج تجريد نظرة قصر لفظ حكمة دخول فاسد مقال جرف تفسير قانون معاهدة الأفاقة وديعة أرثوذكسي مدرسة صدى أجرة
Nice, guys. Well done. Yeah, we are slowly getting the hang of it here. After a few attempts, that's great. Fantastic. And the next game starts. So we're back to the match, but we are here at level 7 already. That was quite impressive. Thanks, guys. We're going back to the match now. And let's see how the second set goes. It is the first choice by Naser Words. And let's go. If he can get the words here and get the first point of the second set on his own choice. Yeah, really straightforward here with the match. 9 games, 1 hour. It's nice. It's a good timing. Okay, Nazar has done 50 today already. Let's see if he can go for another one. Okay, I have to go to the doorbell. The doorbell ring just. So I'm back. I leave you here with the video feed, but I'm back in 2 or 3 minutes. Commentate on that. Nazar, quicker! But you see that. Okay, right in time. Naser on words. This is this is solid stuff here. 50 words again. Not playing around. And Enrico here on a 48. Maybe one has a typo. Is it? No. It's a different form. Maybe Matteo can help us here. So what is that? Maybe just a typo. Nazar still checking. Not a typo, okay. Another getting it. Well done. 50 words again, twice in a row now. Oh, it's a solid stuff. His choice, his point. Same concept and wrong form. Ah, I see, okay. Yeah. Will be not too annoyed about it because he wouldn't have won that anyway. And now back to his choice. For Nazar, the advantage is here of having the first choice in this set. And let's see if he can take advantage of that. 1-0 lead. So winner today will play Matteo or Alex in the next round. Probably on the weekend, I'd say. Alex and Matteo play a day later than expected in the time window, but that was because of Alex was working night or shifts on the weekend and he couldn't play earlier with Simon. So one day later now. But I think then maybe Saturday or Sunday. It depends on who is the opponent here. But first, these matches have to be played. National names. Yeah. Let's check how they look like here. The national names. Let's go for a group drop. It looks like Naser is chasing Enrico here. And he is kind of 40 seconds. Very quick attack here from Naser. The snow is melting a bit away, at least on the footwalk. Yeah, it's still cold in Germany. It will become -6 or 7 on the weekend. So let's see what that goes. It's a very unusual winter for my region. It's very cold. Okay, everyone is trying to, with the droplets here, everyone was meeting in the middle. And let's see how they recall here. There won't be snow even if you ask. Okay. India was nice. I liked India when I was there, but I was just in one city, right? So I don't know much about India at all. And I kind of feel the traffic and so on for Europeans is always a bit strange, but I don't feel that so much anymore. I kind of like this kind of, to me, chaotic stuff, and it's not so chaotic if you have been to other countries as well. And they've been to the Philippines and Korea and China a couple of times, Vietnam, Singapore. So Indonesia and many Asian countries are in terms of traffic like this. And if you just go with the flow, it's still strange, but it's possible. Yeah, Vishwa, India is totally variable place to place. I guess it is. 29 for Enrico. Can he go for 30? Yep, he can. Now let's see if Naser can close here in for 30. If yes, he has a chance to extend his lead to 2-0. That would be, of course, a big step here in this set. $29. One name. One single name. 2-0 or 1-1. He's checking already. I'm not sure, Vishwa, about his PB in the competition. He's checking, but he's not getting that one. Let's see how he reacts to that. Oh, he's on the name. 29 still, playing around. 1 minute. The cam zooms in here, nice. Can he do it? That one single little name, Enrico watching already. Waiting for the result. Another 29 still. Can he figure it out? Is he playing a show here? I don't think so. 20 seconds. He didn't have it yet, right? Not by testing around. No. No, yeah, no, whatever. I don't know, 10 seconds. No. No, yes or no? No, he's not getting it. But there was a close one. He has a hard time staying in his seat here. So he's moving around his chair, standing up, sitting down again. That's his playing style. And so Enrico gets the point here. He doesn't look too happy about it. So stoic now, like no emotions. To me, Enrico always looks a bit frustrated during matches. Not always, but quite often. He looks like, even if he gets pretty nice results, and he's always a bit like keeping his head down in terms of his own expectations. Like, it's tough. Shaking his head a lot of the times. And it's cards. You mean in India, this one, right? Or what do you mean? Because he couldn't go and didn't have a chance? I'm not sure. Yeah. And who is quicker this time? Enrico going back and forth in the end, but being quicker here. Now cards chosen by Naser. Enrico, can he this time get it done and take the lead again? And then maybe choose cards again. Let's see. I mean, you don't know if he would have won in India, because it's always depends on so many factors. But yeah, of course, he would have a good chance anyway. He has great scores in the traditional format. That's for sure. But yeah. Yeah, Denmark, the European Championship. I don't have any information about that. Maybe Matteo about going to the French Open. Hmm. Okay, Enrico, last cards. This time no. It's a grab problem. That's a grab problem. Okay, sorry for sounding so annoyed, but I don't like people didn't get the grab. So he gets that, and maybe this breaks Naser now again here. So it's a break. Naser's choice cards. And thanks for following. Abila. Sorry for not pronouncing it right. Enrico gets that point. Well done. He clicked finish already. So 2-1 lead on Naser's choice. That's interesting. So it looked like that Naser felt very confident on cards. And he can be very confident on cards, but maybe that wasn't the best choice. Because now back to Enrico's choice. Naser a bit too slow here. Shaking his head, not happy about this one. It's tough. You get it right. You have enough time to recall, but your opponent just beat you on time here. That's, of course, a classic, nice point here for Enrico. Now his choice. If he wins his choice now, and it might be images, then it might have match points. That's a tough one. Let's see. Where's it cards again? No, it's images. It's images. Makes sense. So now the question for Naser, what to do? Images is best 9.5 to 10.6. Enrico is 9.3 to 9.8. But these are also training attempts, as I always say that. Now, let's see. This is a situation which might decide the match now. If Enrico wins that one, 2 match points. But yeah, let's see. Images. Let's see how fast they are. Quicker here on Enrico's side. Kind of 10 seconds again. 9.68 to 10.36. Wow. That's a good speed. Brilliant speed from both. Now the question is, can they both figure it out, which would help Enrico? .30-30 would be awesome, of course. Naser looks good too. So he's I don't know. He looks like confident. Just keeping everything in your head for 1 minute before the recall starts. That's an extra challenge. When people train, I think they often start recalling immediately, which is possible in training, but not in a competition. And I would always recommend, of course, you can do that in training as often as you want, but also recommend doing it in the real format, like not starting the recall immediately. Is it even possible in training? Or is it just running then? If you click finish, then you have immediately the time running. You have that, right? You have immediately the recall. I'm not 100% sure right now, but if you have, you have the immediate recall in training. Yeah, right. 10 seconds gap only. Okay, so you have to make it up by yourself somehow to simulate that. And Enrico, wow, what a recall! That gives him. It's already clicked finish. It's hard to say from this screen. Yeah. You're understanding. There's just a 10 seconds gap and never the 1 minute in images or in all the disciplines. Immediate recall in training. Yeah, the 10 seconds gaps. But let's say you memorize in 10 seconds, and if you want to simulate, a lot of grass here. If you want to simulate the competitive situation, you can't really do that because you stop the clock and then you start recalling immediately. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Oh, yeah. That's a big step forward now for Enrico. This cards game before earlier here today was a big one for him, and that is match points after that game for him. Match points. Wow. 2. But in the first set, he also gave it away. The set points. And now Naser's choice, probably numbers. And then if Naser wins the numbers, then we're going back to cards, probably. Naser here, but Naser with back to the wall. Simon, maybe I misunderstood. The default is recall starts after the full minute, but you can skip. Really? Does the recall starts after the full minute? I thought in training it starts. Okay, maybe then I'm wrong. Then I'm mistaken here. Let me check that. So Enrico gets that point. Yeah, you just tested that. Okay. I somehow thought you would go to the recall immediately. I don't know why. Did I do anything wrong? Naser here shaking his head here, not happy about that attempt. In the meantime, let me check. If I go on numbers or anything, start. I'm pretty sure you're right, but yeah, right. You're right. Why did I think? Or if you go for custom, no. If you go for a custom, that was the point. If you go for a customized game, the recall starts immediately or after 10 seconds. That's the difference. I knew there was some kind of difference, but I couldn't figure it out. So it looks like custom training is different. Okay, we are here on a match point for you can choose to have the full minute. Maybe, yeah. I mean, you can the maximum recall time, yeah. Of course, you could also say I go for like 5 minutes here. then you would have the extra minute. Anyway. Okay. Numbers. The recall depends on memorization time. I see. Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. I put 10 seconds. Anyway, I have to check that. I haven't trained too much lately. That's have to admit. So Naser is the attack 13.26. He did 14 seconds twice today. But now it counts. Now it counts. Can he pull out another 80 here? He needs that. Enrico plays it safe. Maybe it's too fast. Maybe not. Let's see. Everything here on the line now for the whole tournament on the line. He was so confident and hoping for going to the final again here. And he is strong. And he can do that. But the pressure is super high now. It's a match point for his opponent. You might drop out of the whole tournament and your dream of becoming world champion might be over after this match. For Naser, I feel he's always showing a lot of emotions here, showing how he feels, and he doesn't look too good. But let's see. Let's see. Enrico, will he finish that match now, or will Naser extend that match? Last row correct. That's good. That's good for Naser. Enrico will get his 80. Pretty sure about that. Naser here now in the recall. You see it here. Yep. 32, still green, everything green, 30.26 seconds. That's a quick time. It's a very quick time. Let's see, a gap here or not? No, not yet. No gap. No gap. Can he get it? A must win. Looking good. Plenty of time. One gap. Just one gap. I think one gap is something you might fill. Enrico didn't click finish yet. Naser fills the gap. Well done. Well done. Now he just needs to keep it to stay in the match here. Enrico, I mean, it was Naser's choice. Enrico can kind of relax here because he has the next choice, but that was a quick one. 3 times in a row, 14, 14, 16. He's playing around with that. What is he going for? Needs to stick to what he has. Needs to trust himself. Okay, it looks like that he is now waiting it out. He's taking a look. Look at him. It feels like he is fighting his emotions already here. It could be it for him. If he doesn't know yet. He doesn't know anything. He just sees that and he knows that this can be. It's not for us, but it could be the end of the tournament for him if he clicks finish. How this is not feeling. He's still playing around here. He's not. Just go with your intuition, but let's see. What is he going for? What is he doing here? Does he trust his intuition? He does, and that's a big point. Big point for Naser. Such an important solve here. Well done. And let's see what they're talking. Enrico I was not remembering a conversation. Got so confused. Wanted to go fast as always, but I wouldn't have win. Really nice times today with numbers. Thank you. Yep. Okay, still in the match here. Now next choice by Enrico. Seeing, pretty sure we see cards here. I mean, what else? Numbers, cannot choose that now against Naser. Words, also not. There's only cards. And he will choose the cards. The match might be decided on cards. Second match point now. Theo has shown great times and very solid attempts here, also struggling a bit. 18 seconds as his best, and Naser with 15 to 17 seconds at his best. So he might be stronger on cards, but the pressure is on, and yeah, let's see how that goes. And another match point, second match point for Enrico. Can he convert, or will Naser strike back again and force 2 more games? Time might decide this match, not the score. I think both have 52 in the end. It's also funny that they go from left to right and right to left. Naser quicker and not too quick. Not too quick. That what I mean is he's quicker, but he's not extensively quick. I think you'll figure that out. I will see at least 2 more games. Walking around again here between recall and memorization. Enrico keeping it inside his head. 22 seconds, not too quick. Both not crazy. Times here. Naser mumbling to himself here. And we are here for the recall. What is up here? What does this match has for us here? Is that still running? The cam goes wide here. I think Naser is hiding too much behind his laptop, so then the cam is not recognizing his face anymore. It is going somewhere else. It's funny. $18.5. So as long as everything is green, and especially the grab, we might have 2 match points saved, especially this numbers attempt saved something. Next game to be chosen by Naser if he wins. Images or names? Oh, and Enrico, 2 jacks here. His cards game is not so solid today. Has shown great scores, but okay, what's going on Naser? I don't know. 2 minutes, 30 seconds, just wait for it. And Enrico, this is 52 only. 50 cards. Quite annoying, I guess, for him if he clicks finish here. But maybe it doesn't matter if Naser gets his cards. It's still a lot of work to do. Most annoying thing is, of course, 50 for Naser. Would be annoying for Enrico, but let's see. Enrico clicks finish. Does he? I think so. And in this situation, you kind of hope that your opponent might get it, because otherwise it's like... it's super annoying otherwise. 40 cards. It looks good for Naser. The pressure is on here. Enrico is not... oh, it looks like... let's wait for it. But it looks like that he's not converting match point number 2. And Naser is in the match. Again, like in this first set here. Can he get that? Yeah, we have to have that yellow cursor thing. Okay, playing around 80 seconds. Now he just needs 4 more. 50 is enough in this game. Oh, what's coming up here? What's happening here? Enrico, 1 minute. No way! Naser misplaced another card. That's a tough one. 47. He needs 50. Or the match is over and Naser drops out of the tournament. That doesn't look promising now for Naser. Enrico here can only watch maybe he wins that by 30 seconds. Naser needs 50. 50 is enough to win the point. 50 is enough to extend the match. That is 25 seconds. No, Naser is not getting it. Is he? I don't know. I have 15 seconds. I doubt it now. No, that's the end for Naser in this tournament. And that's the win for Enrico in this tournament. Unbelievable end here of this match here. And here we go. Naser losing that match 3-2, 5-2, 5-4, 5-2, 4-2. Stoic, no reaction here. Enrico, congratulations, winning that match. That was a tough one. I'll go back to Zoom right now. Hopefully both are there. And let's have a talk with them. That was just amazing. Unfortunate for Naser. And let's put them here on the screen. Hi, guys. Back to you guys. So that was a close match. Enrico, congratulations.
Thanks.
What about the match today? It was going back and forth, and how do you feel about the match?
Are
you
the first
muted?
games, I was very confident. Then
Enrico, you're still muted. Sorry. I know you're not muted. I'm muted. I'm sorry. Very sorry. My fault. You go again, please. Sorry.
Yeah, there was that cards on the 4-1 that made me a little bit angry, but luckily I won that with international. And besides that, it was very close because Naser had words and numbers by his side. I had names, images, and then it was all on cards. And I did bad mistakes today, but still I'm happy about performance on cards.
Yeah, and Naser, tough match for you today. Unfortunately, you lost today. You gave it a great fight, especially in the first set. Numbers was so solid today, so strong. Sorry for that, but how do you feel about that right now?
First of all, congratulations for Enrico for the great match. And to be honest, I'm not that happy about my level overall. Maybe numbers and words, I was good, but cards, swap, and international names, not good score. Names, also names. I was doing a lot of sub 30 seconds in the training before the World Championship, and now in the World Championship, my personal best so far is 56 seconds, and I have the longest streak in Memory League history in the 30 names, and doing these mistakes. To be honest, I feel angry about it, but yeah, maybe I think the system events, which is the most annoying events for me because I looks like forgot my system. In the trainings last days, I couldn't get 80 digits, but today I don't know what happened. But yeah, cards also names. So, but yeah, I think it's normal because I'm not training so much since December. But yeah, good luck for Enrico in the World Memory Championship and see you in the next World Championship.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
sorry, Enrico, go ahead.
I hope to see again Naser also in the next World Memory Championships.
Yeah, thank you, Naser. Very tough loss today, but you will come back, and that's good. Enrico, now you have a few days off, and then you will face another Italian or you face Alex. So who do you prefer?
Matteo, so that I can revenge. And
Yeah.
also because he is weak. No, I'm kidding, of course. It is very tough, both sides. I hope they will not be in shape, both of them, so I can have another chance. But yeah, I must train a little bit more these days. Let's see what I can do. Yeah.
Thank you, Enrico, and yeah, good luck for the next match then. And Nasser, thanks for your participation in the World Championship. It was a pleasure to have you here. Great scores, great performances, great entertainment. Thanks, Nasser. And yeah, any last words from your side?
I would like to thank Simon Orton and Johannes and all the teamwork of Memory League for the great work for the competitions, not only the World Championship, also in the slabs. Thank you, everyone, and I'm apologizing for everyone to who is expected me to doing better in this World Championship for the bad performance in the World Championship overall. But yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Nasser. Thank you, Enrico. See you in the weekend, probably, and good luck for the rest of the tournament. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Yo, that was, yeah, interesting. You could see Nazar disappointed here today about himself. He got the numbers, he got the words, but the cards didn't work out. So that's what sometimes happens. And so we have Matteo in the next, not Matteo, sorry, Enrico in the next round. And as Matteo was mentioning it already, we have 2 Italians in the top 5 already. Is it? Yeah, I think so. Oh no, top 6. Top 6? No, the other Italian has to qualify first, doesn't he? Or would it be shared 5th place? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, it was very interesting, entertaining today. Tomorrow, Alex versus Matteo. Also something to look forward to. Let's see if Alex can get back to his shape, to his best. I think he needs to play his best. Matteo, for me, improving match by match here. Yeah, really solid stuff. So let's see how that goes tomorrow. And I'm looking forward to that. And I will say already, thanks for watching today. Keep on memorizing, but you can keep on memorizing on stream pairs for the next couple of minutes before I finish the stream. Thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.